Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Writing with Dice podcast, the podcast where every week we write the outline to a new movie, original movie, using our patented dice writing game. As always, I'm Colin, and with me is my main man, Liberty. Liberty, how you doing, man?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing good. As I was telling Colin earlier, I just got vaccinated today. So
lucky man. You lucky man.
I am a lucky man. One step closer to the world letting me go to the movie theater as again.
Yeah, really. The thing that we're missing the most is just being able to go to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And today's episode is starring a special guest, my girlfriend eating pizza in the background. So,
the very integral part to being a screenwriter, having someone in the background eating pizza, of course.
Yeah, it's what makes us look so niche and special.
It's what sets us apart, really. It's what sets us apart. All right.
And
yes,
as I talk about going back to the movies, we're hopefully going to make a movie today that maybe you'll see in theaters. Who knows?
Absolutely. We don't know how long it's going to take, but hopefully it'll end up in theaters one of these days.
So, as if you've seen the show before, we're going to be basically randomizing all of our stats, doing the writing with dice thing that we always do. If you haven't, go back and watch the first episode. We explain it a lot better. But as always, I say we just hop right into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, first step is we're looking at our genre.
Yes.
Genre. We got to roll to see if we're going to get a combined genre or if we're just getting one.
All right. In the first roll, we're using the new Google D6. We're using the new Google die for this. And the first roll we get is a 1. 1 means what?
That's funny. That's what Favin rolled. Hold on. I need to pull up all these.
If odd completes step 2 after step 8. So, shit. Okay, so this is the first time we actually got this. We don't get to decide our genre yet.
We don't.
We have to write. We have to basically go through, decide all the story steps of our movie, all the character motivations, what their characters are like, without actually knowing what kind of what genre of movie we're doing. Because we could be going in our heads, we could be trying to write some kind of thing that might be a western, and then we have to twist it into a horror movie at the end.
Alrighty, so then, if we're skipping step 2, we go right to step 3, which would be a wild card. So what is the first wrench we're throwing into our script, and we don't even know what the script is yet.
Oh god, okay, the first wild card we get is 16. What's 16?
16. What would Tarantino do? God damn, the dice roller likes making...
Dice roller likes Tarantino, alright? The dice are Tarantino fans.
Okay, so I think that we kind of full send into... We're starting off with the Tarantino place. I think we got to go long dialogue that's super, overwritten.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a diss, but that's very Tarantino.
Yeah, it's absolutely what he does.
Intense violence out of nowhere, using violence for comedy. And just a general hatred of women, I think.
It doesn't sound like
we can skip that last step.
Probably, but it's probably what he would do. It's probably what he would do. As much as I love Tarantino.
Oh, and a trunk shot.
Log scene. Okay, so basically the whole movie starts with a long, drawn-out dialogue scene, followed by intense, out-of-nowhere violence.
And a trunk shot. You have to write that trunk shot in there.
There we go.
Alrighty.
Also, possible misogyny. Because it's Tarantino.
We're gonna do a Tarantino ripoff, so we're not actually gonna do the misogyny. We're gonna do our own version of Tarantino.
Okay. So Tarantino without the misogyny? Like, what is that even?
Yeah.
What is that? How do we?
It doesn't win Oscars, but I mean, it's what we do.
Yeah.
What's a trunk shot? Oh, a trunk shot, Favin, is if you've watched any Tarantino movie, there's almost always a scene where the characters will open up a trunk, and it'll be the camera inside the trunk looking out at the characters, discussing whatever their pertains.
So it's something like this. I'm showing a couple here. It's just like the point of view from looking into the trunk, looking up. Tarantino does them repeatedly throughout his movies. They're kind of all over the place.
Like, he'll find any reason to put a trunk shot into a movie. Like, he loves it.
Yes, he always does them.
So that means as we're ripping off Tarantino style, we are also going to be throwing a trunk shot in our movie as well. But moving on to step 4, I think it's time we make our protagonist for this movie that we know nothing about, other than it's a Tarantino ripoff.
Absolutely. Well, we might have to be molding our antagonist here, though. We don't know yet.
Oh, that is true.
So if it's odd, we apply to the antagonist. If it's even, we apply to the protagonist.
Mm.
And it is odd. So we gotta make our villain here.
Oh, okay. We're starting with the villain.
We're starting
That's
with
actually
the
pretty Tino-ish.
Absolutely, that works.
I'm calling him Tino for the rest of the podcast.
Tino
My boy
Tarantino.
He loves his antagonist, and he likes making a villain of interest, as many people know if you've watched any of his late movies. So
good old Quentino. He's
an old Quentino.
Quentino.
Alrighty, so let's move on to, we're going to D12s here to see our negative and positive character traits for our antagonist.
So the first positive character trait for our antagonist is a 7. What's a 7?
Persistent.
Persistent. Okay, that's good. That's good. Wait, are we looking at the same game right now?
Am I? I'm looking at the last one you put in the
Did you check like 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, this is the one I'm looking
at. Oh,
at.
yeah, okay, yeah. I was looking in the wrong box. I'm an absolute idiot. I was looking over here. I'm an idiot. That one's my fault.
I made sure I called it.
Okay, so the antagonist is persistent. That's good for any villain, because if you don't have a persistent villain, then they're just kind of like pushing things off. They got to be always pushing the protagonist to be the best version of the protagonist they can be. So any good villain has to be persistent, and if that's one of their main traits, I'm very happy with that.
I'm good with that too. I think that lines up too with what we're going with.
Yes.
Persistent. It's the thing is we're getting very good, like spaced out, like can be anything terms. Like usually stuff like greedy, selfish, all that stuff. You start to think specific after something like that. But persistent doesn't necessarily mean he's after something. He could be persistent on his own journey. He could be anything. So I think we got to keep going here just to really nail in the character here.
Yes. Okay, so we're doing another positive one or a negative one now?
We'll go another positive. Let's get our next positive.
All right, another positive. Another roll. It's a 3. What is
adventurous?
Ooh, adventurous. So our antagonist is trying to do something that they've never done before. Or our antagonist is trying to like push new ground for themselves. They're not really the type of villain who's done this before. They've never done anything before. Also, Favin did it again. What the fuck, Favin?
Yeah, I know. He's on fire today with the call in the roll.
Jesus Christ. Okay, but that's another good trait we can have for our antagonists. They're kind of pushing themselves. They're probably doing that to push the protagonist as well. I think that works.
That works along with persistent too. Adventurous, persistent. They're not afraid to accomplish their goals, and that could also apply with they're not afraid to be seen as the villain, as they believe their goal is worth whatever it's doing.
Yeah, they can be a risk taker.
Yeah, they could understand that other people aren't going to see the way they do, and that's going to make enemies. But that's not the point for them. They got their goal. They're going to get it done.
When I think of an adventurous villain, my mind immediately goes to, I forget the character name, but Patrick Swayze in Point Break. Like, immediately goes just to, like, him being, like, a fucking douchebag, stuntman kind of character. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Do we do a Tarantino-esque heist movie?
I'm into it.
But the thing is, usually in a heist movie, the good guy is the heister.
That's true. It's like an anti-heist movie. So we have to try. It's someone trying to stop a heist. The heisting is being done by the villain. I'm into it.
But then at that point, are we just ripping off Point Break?
Only a little. We'll see. Because we still gotta get a couple negative traits for our antagonist. So gotta get a couple negative traits. And the first negative trait is 8. What's 8?
8 would be insane.
Oh shit! So they're straight up fucking nuts.
So
this villain is out there. There's probably not much rhyme or reason to whatever they're doing. That kind of goes against the whole Bodhi thing.
So chaotic, chaotic would be a good term to describe that then.
Yes, so
To
if we're
inspire
going...
chaos.
Favin did it again. What the fuck, Favin?
Did you call it again?
You did it again. What the shit? Okay, is the Nightbot rolling based on the same algorithms as the Google one? Like, are they gonna go the same the entire time? I'm freaking out right now.
All right, but going back into it, insane, crazy, chaotic. Let's look at our other negative traits. See with what we get kind of paired with that. So let's roll another d12.
They're insane and 2.
2 is the one I was hoping for.
Cruel. Cruel. Okay, that's good. That works. That really works.
He got it again. Okay, it's got to be something.
Oh my!
It's got to be the same thing. It's got to just go to Google and roll it.
Yeah. Probably. Like we make that joke, but fucking probably. This is gonna keep happening the entire time, and I love it.
Oh, God. All right. So, persistent and adventurous, chaotic, insane, and cruel.
You know what this character is really sounding like? Very Joker.
I know.
I'm very Joker. Adventurous. The Joker's a very adventurous person. The Joker's very fucking out there. He's always persistently being a thorn in Batman's side. He never fucking gives up. And obviously insane and cruel. Like, look at the way he treats people around him. He treats everyone.
I think why we immediately go to the Joker is that there hasn't been a lot of good interpretations of a chaotic character where it doesn't just feel like you're ripping off his vibe. So
that's true.
Like, I'm trying to think about other movies. Like, when I think about like a lot of my favorite villains, it's the non-chaotic villains are the ones I really gravitate to, the ones with a plan.
Yeah.
So the Joker's one of the few where I'm like, they're just kind of doing whatever for the sake of chaos, and it actually is entertaining.
That's true.
So we're not going to rip off Batman.
Okay, so we're not going to rip off the Joker. We should definitely be kind of going the opposite direction. So, should we have something? So if we're trying to not rip off the Joker. What are some things with the Joker that we could obviously try to avoid? Big elaborate fucking traps that are set in comedy. So how do we go against what the Joker is?
Well, it doesn't say that our character is trying to be witty or funny in any way. So I think that with the insane vibe, it can be like a calculated insanity, sort of. I know that doesn't make sense, but less about like trying to be funny, trying to be random, more about like. And again, insane doesn't. When we go with insanity here, it doesn't necessarily need to mean chaos. Just means that one of the character's flaws is that they're, they've sort of lost a grip on their brain, or they're like, they have trouble with control. Like, I'm trying to think. It's hard to.
Maybe we shouldn't get too into these kind of details until we mold our protagonist. Because we're molding our protagonist.
I'm not sure what this villain could really be, because immediately I think like anarchist or something like that, or like
that is true. However, maybe we shouldn't get too into this because we could still get fucked up by the setting and the genre here. Like, we're thinking someone as the Joker, and we might just end up with like a basic ass comedy here. You know what I mean? So I feel like we should step back a little bit from this and maybe start molding our protagonist.
All right. So I think then, let's go to the protagonist, and let's randomize our protagonist. I like doing that.
You like randomize? All right, I'm down.
I like adding a little spice because, again, I like anything that really throws a wrench into the mix and questions our writing prowess.
Yeah.
So let's roll for our protagonist. D12, first and foremost.
D12 rolled a 5. All right, that makes
he got a 3. Okay.
You got a 3. Okay. There's a few coincidences. It's not the same.
Alrighty. So one of the character traits of our protagonist would be spiritual.
Ooh, very very spiritual person. Okay. So basically, we could have the antagonist be trying to challenge the protagonist in their spirituality. So the protagonist
Yeah.
clearly is going to be set in some kind of belief, and the antagonist is the force challenging them, like any good antagonist. So we're gonna have to really just set what the protagonist, how they're spiritual, and how the antagonist kind of be going against that. Gonna be in the douchebag atheist to the fucking. And I say that as someone who's not religious at all, but like.
Yeah,
the stereotype is kind of there.
All right, let's roll another one. See what our other positive trait would be.
Positive trait. We got 4 for cooperative. Cooperative. Okay, I like that.
So is it a team? Is the team involved in any way?
Or maybe the
Usually I think
protagonist is just the
cooperative.
type of person who's always trying to like rally the troops around them, whether it works or not.
Okay.
And kind of to go against that, we could show the antagonist being a loner, working completely alone, and the protagonist doesn't really understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so negative trait.
Negative trait. Yeah, we'll move on to that.
Negative trait would get 11. What's an 11?
A loner.
Loner.
All right. So he is a loner, but is cooperative.
Okay, a loner, but they're a cooperative loner. So how does that fucking work? They spend a lot of time online helping people, but they don't like people in real life?
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's like Batman, but he's like a redditor.
So he's what all Redditors think they are, Batman. Okay, what if he is very nice and kind to other people and like trying to help other people, but is incredibly awkward and self-conscious and doesn't actually feel comfortable spending too much time with other people?
Okay, so he likes. It's almost like he likes working as a team and stuff, but he just struggles with being that person.
That's true.
And he finds himself more comfortable alone, but he strives to be.
They're trying to break out of their shell.
Okay, so it's just a uncharismatic person, not a loner by choice, but just something that they kind of comfortable with.
Yeah, I'm into that. Okay, and another negative trait. Gonna roll one more negative trait. D12. 9. What's 9 again? Unmerciful. Oh my god. Okay, so this person might spend a bit too much time online. I don't know.
Okay, so Jesus, that's bouncing around a lot.
Wow.
Spiritual, but unmerciful. Is that lack of mercy tied to his spirituality in any way?
Maybe, because for me, it makes me think of like old-timey or Old Testament type religion.
That old school shit.
Really, the wrath of God type shit that comes down, that God will smite thee and all that kind of stuff, but like not specifically that, but that type of thinking of their spirituality, their religion, or whatever is the way.
Oh. Stroke of genius just hit me.
Okay. Let me
Just a
see it.
vibe.
Let me see that stroke.
So, with our characters here,
Mm-hmm.
and with a lack of setting, when I think about spiritual, kind of a loner, unmerciful, but cooperative, I actually have a character that does come to mind.
Okay, let's hear it.
Have you ever watched the Castlevania anime?
No, I have not.
Okay. So in the Castlevania anime, the one character, Trevor Belmont, he's a demon hunter. He kills agents of Dracula, shit like that. He's a loner alcoholic, but he does work with the team. And on top of that, he's a demon killer, so he's a little unmerciful.
Okay.
But he hunts demons, spirituality. I'm thinking that maybe we have our protagonist as a on his own, forced to work with a team kind of demon killer. Agent for his spirituality.
Okay.
Doesn't need to be demons, doesn't need to be like whatever, but and I think that can apply to a lot of settings. We could do old-timey, or if we do future or whatever, it could do that. It could be more of a Blade vibe.
I'm into it. I really like that. That works
Like
a lot.
the early on Wolverine from the X-Men movies. Yes, that's a great point. So those characters, although they're very much like, I don't work as a team, I'm on my all that stuff, they do work as a team, and they do good working as a team.
All right, I'm into it. I can totally see that working. I can totally see that working.
All right. So with that, I think that what are the traits of our antagonist again?
The traits of the antagonist, we got persistent, adventurous, but also insane but cruel. Insane and cruel.
All right. Could be an agent for the other side of the whatever the spirituality is. And
Okay.
with persistent and adventurous, it'd be more the protagonist is stopping the antagonist for doing what the antagonist wants to do.
Okay, so the antagonist is the one with the
he's-
goal.
Yep, and the protagonist is forced upon working with a team, doing this stuff just to stop the antagonist. His goal is to stop the antagonist, but it's being thrown on by the antagonist, not by the protagonist.
Okay, I like that. I really, really like that. Okay, so I think now that we got we got a really solid base for our characters and the kind of conflict that they're going to have, I think it's about time for another wild card.
I think so too. How are we gonna screw up this really cool idea I have?
Yeah, exactly. How are we going to completely fuck up whatever these characters are doing? All right, let's do a d20.
Yeah, just 1 sec. Sorry, I'm delaying like crazy on my Discord.
I did notice that. I was trying to ignore it.
All right, I'm gonna leave the call and I'll be right back.
You're good.
Sorry
You're
for
good
the
now.
inconvenience, everyone.
You're
I'm good now?
Yeah, you're good now.
I just had to call it out. There we
you
go.
All right, our roll was a 15.
15. Yeah, Fabin, you've been off on these last ones, man. Sorry to say.
You're slacking. You're slacking. All right, we have to add a training montage.
Training montage. God damn it.
Great. We don't even
See,
know
now
where
I'm
this.
fucking delayed again. Shit. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm leaving the call. I'll be back.
Okay, here we go. The screen's gonna look all messed up for a second. There. Wait for it. He's going back. All right, I think you're good now.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
I think.
Yeah, it looks like you're good. So we don't even really
Everything
know
good.
the setting or the kind of plot, really. I think it's easy to kind of throw a training montage in there. Whenever there's kind of some kind of like plot build up, something that they're trying to do to get ready for the antagonist, we can just throw in a training montage. It can come whenever the protagonist is meeting their team. It can come later on when they're like getting ready for the climax. I feel like it's easy to throw training montages in.
Yeah, I agree. Just hate training montages.
And yet we have a wild card for it.
And yes, we do. And I think that's the point.
All right,
Oh,
so
God,
and
I'm
we get a
deleting
second
it.
wild
Fuck it,
card here.
whatever.
So what do we
Powering
got?
through.
Yeah.
So, roll a d20 for me. What's our next wild card?
Next wild card is 18.
18. The script is now a sequel to a plot you've already made.
Fuck.
Oh.
Fuck. Okay. This sucks. Okay. Oh no. Okay, is this gonna be another part of our fucking there's Eternity Gems cinematic universe thing?
Yeah, I believe that there's another chapter in the Trouble in Taterston.
Trouble in
Taterston.
Taterston. Oh no.
Oh, but
Hmm?
we could look at our other script that we've done.
Okay, yes.
As we've had 4 scripts, 2 have been tied to the Trouble in Taterstone.
No.
Our other script was about a paladin who closed the gates of hell,
That's true.
master wizard and shit. It'd be in that magic-y kind of vibe. but
Yep. It was episode 2, Azrael and the Gates of Hell.
Azrael and the gates of hell. So, we already have established that hell and demons exist. We've already established that there's ways to open up the gates and stuff like that. Could we
Yes.
use that world
Absolutely.
as more conflict?
We could, and we even have. So we have our setting. We could have our characters be related somehow to the characters from the first one. We just don't know how that's gonna work, since again we don't have our setting or our time period yet.
Okay,
that
so
could
I think that let's move on to the next point and see what we get for setting.
Oh yeah, that is the setting. Oh shit.
And we don't even have a genre yet.
Yeah. We need. Hold on. I think we skipped over one here. We need our protagonist motivation.
Oh yes, that's right. We gotta carve that out.
Yes, protagonist motivation. Hold on. Protagonist motivation. We gotta roll a what for that?
D20.
D20. All right. D20. And 3. What's 3?
Righteous politics.
Ooh. Okay, so I feel like we can tie that into the spirituality somehow. Maybe the world that they're in, the world that they're inhabiting is somehow politically involved with the religion. Like the religion is very in depth with it. I don't know.
Okay.
I think. Again, we're probably gonna get more once we finally get our setting. But yes, I think it could work.
Oh yeah. Let's move on to setting. Jeez, this one's been a fucking curveball.
Oh my God, there's been a lot of curveballs. There's been a lot of curveballs. Okay. So the next one, roll 1d6 for the setting. Let me see. Damn. Yeah, every d6 we get 5. What's 5? Small town. And Lib's gone. Lib's internet decided to take a poopy and die. And
hello?
Okay, here you. Hello. How's it going?
Not bad. My internet just fizzled for a second.
No, I noticed that. I tried to hold down the fort while you were gone. Tried. Keyword.
For like the 6 seconds.
Yeah,
okay.
A whole 6 seconds. I struggled, man. I struggled. On second 4, I started to panic.
All right. So, I think we're on to our setting, right? What did we roll?
We rolled a 5. Small town.
So, small town politics in a world with magic and adventuring
And demons and all this kind of shit. Small town politics. Okay. Okay. Deciding who's going to be mayor?
Could be. Would this mayoral whatever position be tied to like the spirituality in any way then?
Possibly. Okay, here's an idea. What if we take a look at I would say that the tales of King Arthur are pretty political, because there's all the politics of the Knights of the Round Table, and there's the whole kind of crew, the main crew of.
Oh my God!
Little camera change. Okay, so King Arthur has his little crew, has his band of fucking knights and everything. We're professionals here, people. I swear. I'm just waiting for him to come back.
Okay, I'm back.
You good? You back? All right. Are we good? Is we
good?
Good?
Man, this is a fun one. Yeah, this has all been just the fucking my technology and my internet and everything is running like absolute garbage.
Yep. This is just a little bit. All right. Could you do it without video?
No, it's my whole system. Okay, I am going to. I'm going to take a small technical difficulties break, and I shall return in 5 minutes.
5 whole ass minutes. Okay. We will take that as a break. I'm going to reset the screen starting soon thing. We will be back in like 5 minutes.
Sorry, everybody.
We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. So, we are having some technical difficulties. Oh, God. So, we are having some technical difficulties. Liberty cannot return to the podcast right now. And a couple other things have gone wrong, so we're just going to call it for this week. We promise we will be back next week, And to make up for this, next week we are going to do the post-show live. Usually Liberty and I do a short conversation about the episode, and we do that as our post-show, and we do that as content for our Patreon, of which I strongly recommend you check out. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for watching through this anyways, but this is going to be the end of this week's episode. We're going to save the script for a rainy day. We might do another episode where we finish the thing that we just... where we finish this whole thing that we just started writing. We're not quite sure yet, but I promise we will be back next week, stronger, better than ever, with a very live post show. So thank y'all for watching. I appreciate all of you. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.